Okay, so gameplay footage of Cyberpunk 2077 just dropped last week, and it's mind-blowing. Now, I know this footage is designed to get us hype, right? But I can't help it. With branching storylines, unique quests, and world events that change to your decisions, this is shaping up to be the RPG we've all been waiting for. But what really stood out to me are the NPCs. Whenever I play an open world game, the first thing I notice are the people around me. One of my fondest memories in gaming is seeing the backstory of that girl in Whiterun and having to bring her a mammoth tusk so she can get enough money to pay off the Khajiit. For the first time, this NPC of pixels and code had a life beyond branching storylines. I could imagine her life before my character made it to the Land of Dragons. Now, there's a specific part of the gameplay footage where you're walking out into the world of Night City. And whichever way you look, left or right, each citizen is doing something. This guy, that guy. This is not only a testament to detail from CD Projekt Red, but a benchmark in what next-gen hardware is capable of. Unique NPCs at scale. CDPRD has stated that each NPC has a day and night schedule that they follow. In short, each person is actually a person. Compared to, say, like Watch Dogs, a good game, don't get me wrong, each NPC has a walk cycle, yeah, and some random interactions, but it feels surface level, without any real distinction between this guy or that. In part because the hardware games were running on simply didn't have enough power to make each NPC unique. Heck, even 1999 Shenmue had NPCs that each had their own schedule, but it still felt lacking. What I think CD Projekt Red is doing here is going beyond just the illusion of chaos. They're grounding their virtual worlds in actual randomized events that play out in the choreographed storyline that the player follows. This marks something special in game design. This provides the player with a feeling that you're in a multiplayer experience. The people around you are actual people with lives. The world exists with or without you. But it can go a level even deeper than that. If you look at footage of, say, New York City, there's nothing too interesting about it. There's people walking, texting on their way to work. Now imagine you're a time traveler from the 1800s viewing this footage through a window. It would blow your mind. Something mundane to us is interesting to one that has not experienced it before. You can see a parallel in game design here. An artist bringing these worlds to life is tasked with the job of making the mundane interesting, populating an environment with realistic simulations that bring it to a new level, so that when we enter our characters, we feel connected to this hyper-realistic world. It's familiar, yet seemingly different. So Brandon Lash, you've probably seen him from old school like Freddie Wong videos. He's now a VR dev at Stress Level Zero, and he stated,
CD Projekt Red, I think, has very quickly become like the thought leader in terms of single player games. Like everybody's looking to their lead now after The Witcher 3. And so Cyberpunk 2077 was like all of their updated thoughts on how they should do it. And so it's very Witcher-like, but the world being this kind of like Matrix world, I think they're timing it perfectly with how like so many people like our age grew up with the Matrix and stuff like that.
I think that summarizes it best. I believe we're in the last few years of the majority of games being released on flat screens as opposed to VR. But features like this, that go the extra mile to create a world that exists, more akin to a simulation than just a video game, is what VR really needs to make it feel like the Matrix. Now, we'll have to wait a minute for Cyberpunk 2077. Apparently, it'll come out when it's ready. But if this is any indication to what the future of games will be, I, for one, am excited.
Hey, thanks for watching. We've got a growing community of VR friends over at Discord. Click the link to join.